Okay, day 4. Look how formal we're being, like with a table, desk setup and everything, but really it's because I was going to shoot outside again, but it's super windy, so we'll see how that affects today's shoot overall. But we are going to Shimokitazawa, which you might not recognize the name of. However, it's not far from Shibuya, and it's really known to have lots of art, music, thrift stores, things like that. So it should be pretty fun to shoot. It is New Year's Day, so I don't know what the crowds will be like, if it's going to be super busy or if it's going to be dead and I'm not even going to be able to go into any stores. So we'll see. We have 3 rolls to choose from, so let's get going. I came prepared today. I have a bowl. We have Fuji Pro 400H, Cine Still 800, and Fuji Acros 2. So let's see what we're shooting today. All right. Okay, making up for the mistake of day 1 and shooting the Acros 2 black and white, which, you know, honestly is a little bit disappointing because from what pictures I've seen in Shimokitazawa, there's a lot of like mural artwork and things like that. So we'll see how this lines up with that vibe, but I'm excited to check it out. So let's get going with the day. So we're in Shimokitazawa now, and I've already walked around a bit because I've never been here before, and this is definitely going to be more of an exploration video because I don't know anything to even, like I don't even know where to begin to look for things. So I was just walking around with my stabilizer and my phone and running through shots, and oh my god, I can't believe how wrong I was about the film choice. The black and white was so perfect for here because there have just been these incredible cuts of light already. I wish I was shooting with this camera at the time because, you know, it just looks so much better. But to give you an idea, I'm already on frame 10 of this roll. So we only have a few shots left, so I'm gonna keep walking around and get more B-roll with this camera and get a little bit prettier stuff. This neighborhood is so awesome, and as I expected, it's not as busy as probably normally would be. A lot of the stores are closed, but there are a few open ones, so I'm definitely going to do some shopping after I shoot the video. So let me show you Shimokitazawa. So this is kind of like some of the cuts of light I was showing earlier, but what I'm typically doing for these shots is using Sunny 16 as a basis for, like, you know, I can get these brightly lit areas and I know that those are going to be at exposure. However, I will go down to f8 as opposed to f16 so I can get a little bit more of the shadows, and that'll give me more flexibility. I can always make it more contrasty in post. I can't uncontrast it. Okay. So I really can't remember if I've actually shot this already or not, but I love the striping, and as a result, I'm going to actually record this, or I'm going to shoot this exposing for just the sunlight, or leaning into the sunlight more as opposed to the shadows, because I want this really nice effect. And the wind's going a little bit, so additionally, there's a flag over here that is blowing, which might have some nice action to it. Who knows? We'll see. So we are on our last shot here. Basing off of Sunny 16, I'm kind of using that as my scale, and that's usually what I do when I'm out like this. So I think that we should just have enough time to drop in here, get this last frame, and there it is. Okay, so somehow I miraculously finished this incredibly fast. Like, I feel like I just got here. I had so much fun shooting here, and I like set up this camera and immediately turn around and see that like the main entrance is behind me. Like, I didn't even explore like the main area of Shimokitazawa, which, to be fair, I didn't know where I was going, and I just kind of aimlessly walked. But that's kind of the fun part about being here and being in a place you don't know, is just being, you know, exploring someplace entirely new and going in it without a clue of what to do. This was one day where the challenge was more how I anticipated it, where I felt like I couldn't have enough frames to take. And this, I think, is like what I've talked about in one of the previous videos. I feel challenged by like going to places that a lot of people go as like a tourist destination, and this feels so much more like where I like to take photos, that I felt much more in my element. So although it was like a challenge, it didn't feel quite as much like a challenge, and felt more like I'm just having fun shooting my shots. I hope that, you know, that came through, that I was, you know, way more eager about the photos that I was taking, because it really, to me, felt like a completely different vibe from the last couple days. So go ahead and check out the previous days if you haven't already. Tomorrow we're going to another place that's not a main like tourist destination, so I'm forgetting the name, but again, I will put it up over here. So tomorrow is the last day of the challenge, and we're choosing between 2 remaining films, so be sure to tune in next week to see the finale of this challenge series. And until then, take it easy. Later, y'all.